Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We, the human being, particularly the people living in the society like that of Pakistan, and even in the developed world as well, we are trying to develop to become a strong person, each one of us. Especially, I repeat my words that the people living in Pakistan and the similar societies. What strategy have we adopted to become a strong person? We are accumulating, trying to accumulate, desiring to have the maximum amount of money in our bank book. We want to have lots and lots of assets, properties. We want to gain more and more and more influence, power. And this is how we are trying to become a strong person. Also, it's the degrees, the education, the certificates which we are desirous of having because these makes us strong human being. Why to become a strong human being, by the way? Because we see that there are challenges, and certain other challenges in front of us. Also, we are afraid that there might emerge new challenges as well. So, for all of those reasons, we are trying to become a strong human being. That's the case. And this be the situation, maybe we are under a fear, a fears that if I am not a strong person, then I may lose the battle with these challenges which are either in front of me today or might appear tomorrow, and I am unaware of those challenges today, except a kind of apprehension about these. But now the question is that if at all we are struggling for all these things like money, influence, fame, or the degrees of this and that from the educational institutions, and then certain honors in the society, in a state. Since we are struggling for it for many, many years, maybe for decades, now the question arises that after having this long struggle, obviously we would have achieved certain results as well. As for this target of money, influence, honors are concerned, but the thing is that does it make us, do we feel that I am a strong human being compared to what I was a decade or two back? As for the feelings are concerned, as for the jitters, about the current and the new challenges are concerned, I think it has not gone down at all. It has not gone down at all. It may have increased or it does remain the same, but it has not gone down. Now, the question is that does our strategy to combat those challenges is succeeding or not? What about our strategy, our criteria, our standard, our policy towards towards meeting these challenges and you know making us a strong human being? I believe that overwhelming number of the people who are running behind the money, the influence, and the honors in the society, they never feel satiated, contented, that now I have achieved this much and that much. So, for that reason, I don't need to work further because I have succeeded in making myself a strong human being. Strong enough to meet the challenges which are either in front of me today or might emerge tomorrow in the near and distant future, in my old age. I believe that this strategy will never ever work and talk to the people who are having plenty and plenty of money. They accumulated it because they were of the view that the money will make them a strong person, a formidable person. But today, after having this much and that much of the money, influence, and honors, they feel even more insecure and not secure at all. So, this sense of security, as a matter of fact, will never arise, achieved on the power, on the basis of the money, influence, and honors. If this be the case, then if this is the thesis or the antithesis, now the question is that what if at all, anything else can make us a strong human being? I think it is a genuine commitment to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to follow Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, will serve the purpose and will make us a strong human being. Indeed, because if at all, we are a genuine, a strong believer in the omnipotence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it actually means that since Allah's powers are limitless, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is having the omnipotence and the omniscience. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never leaves its believers alone. Those who remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, follow his prophets, last prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. If at all we remember, we obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the good time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never leave us alone during our troubled time, if at all it does arrive. Good times are sent by Allah, the bad times are also sent by Allah. We need to understand, we need to assimilate, digest it, and then we should have a strong belief that it is only and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who can take me out of the current mess and make me a normal person in a normal situation again. And also believing that we are not here forever. We might be having and facing the trials and the troubles today, but soon all of that is going to end and we will be presented in front of in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The day of judgment is not far away at all. And for that reason, dear friends, I shall be inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive me for the certain failures and will inshallah let me enter the ultimate luxuries and the comforts prepared resting in the paradise. That is a strong belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's omnipotence, and the wisdom and the ultimate knowledge, the ultimate truth Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put into the revealed books and the teachings of the prophets. The last prophet, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I think if at all we want to become a strong person, we want to become a strong human being, all what is needed is that we need to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we need to have develop a kind of total commitment. A total commitment, never relying upon anything else at all other than Allah, even if at all we are in need of the very small, the very trivial things, or even the biggest ever in our life. Having a strong belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I need this from no one else other than my creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I have been sent here in this world for a very very limited amount of time, and I will be taken back towards again, the life hereafter, a life hereafter which has no end at all. So that is how we can become a strong human being, if at all we are genuinely desirous of it. If and when we read Quran, we try to understand it. It is the conversation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the human being in general. And it is a kind of story, warning the humanity, the creation, by the prophets and the last prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used to speak to its creations, human being, jinno ins, through the revealed books, through his prophets. And a revealed book is available to us, the glorious Quran, which is the ultimate truth, and which is obviously the best ever advice, to any and each of the human being, for me, for you, for all of us. I think that money is a necessity and nothing more than that at all. And the accumulation of money will never ever make us a strong human being. The more money we do have, the more appetite, the more hunger, and the dissatisfaction we do get due to the lacking of money, since those several people are having more and much more than me. So for that reason I'm not as strong as they people are. Actually, even the person having the largest accumulation of the money will never be able to become to feel that she is a strong person. There are certain and several examples: Steve Jobs, Michael Jackson, Lady Diana, and the rulers of the country. And I live here in Pakistan. Pervez Musharraf, the military ruler of Pakistan, he used to be very powerful. Now look at his situation. There are many other cases, and as for the death is concerned, it does not spare anyone else at all. I think so. In front of the death, disease, or the old age, if at all they get the time enough to become old. I think that the problems of the old age and all of these trouble, the health issues, and ultimately the death. So I think that we need to get connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if at all we want to become a totally, secure person. And I think even if at all during all that period, if at all there is any sort of insecurity, I think it will be these challenges will be met by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the by the assistance, by the help, and by the patronage of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is all what we need. Thank you. Jazakumullah khair.